else.
Yes,
And
you
that's not what
can.
we're
Wait,
talking
can I
about.
can I help?
Because
Hey,
you cause
can I help
genetic,
something real quick?
you cause
This ain't the
genetic
argument.
deformities when you do that.
Hold on.
But you can't.
You're
And
right,
you
but that ain't what
naturally
we're
end
talking
the
about.
line
what we
of that
It
talking about.
genetic
happens.
branch
That
by
happens, though.
So there's a
You can't
difference
just say
between
you can't. It
coexistence.
happens.
Time out, y'all. This ain't what we talking about.
Yes, it is.
What we
Because what
talking
you
about?
guys are
Let
saying
me
is you're
hold
trying
on.
to compare genetic link
Can I
that doesn't
finish just like you
exist.
did?
Can I?
It's not a genetic
You
link
gonna let me
because
get
you
mine
can't
in?
even be genetically related or have the same
You gonna let me
DNA
get mine
as
in?
Oh,
half of your
okay.
relatives.
Can I get mine in too?
Hey, look, hold on. Look, I'm gonna step down real quick, but I want to say one thing because this was something that Gina Page said that I think might help. I'm not going to say that you're combining two different things, BGP, but this is one thing that helped me understand a little bit more. Right? When you get that one person, what they do is when the mtDNA, look at it like a dot, right? So that dot is placed through one person. They track that dot going through all your common ancestors to get to you. They're not talking about all your DNA because yes, that's the many lines, but they're tracing that one dot, which is the mtDNA that passed through, and it's an unbroken chain. So one person through another person, that one dot kept going through all those women on the mtDNA. And there's also another dot that goes through every single male all the way down. So it's not going to be, it's a little different when you're looking at males because, you know, when a woman comes out, she doesn't have that YT-DNA. So any man that comes through, they're going to have that haplogroup as the dad. But the women, it's different. It's one woman going straight down. I may have messed it up with the paternal side, but the maternal, they're looking at that dot. You're talking about the whole DNA structure, but
Yeah,
the
of
haplogroup
one
is
line.
just that dot.
Right.
Right. But it's that
my
that
mitochondrial
dot.
DNA doesn't pass down. It goes to my son because I have no daughters. My mitochondrial DNA line stops with my son. It goes no further.
Correct.
That
But that's
happens
what
everywhere.
But see,
right?
right.
You're only going to see one line. So all you're going to see
Yes.
is, hold on. You're only going to see my mother, my grandmother, her grandmother, her grandmother. But on my other lines with my other grandmothers, you're not going to see that. You're not going to see that. So what
and the
you're
males
getting
too.
is
The males carry it too.
So
The males carry
my
it too,
point
not just
is-
the
Right. But my point is, it is such an extremely tiny snapshot of DNA, and it only accounts for one line. You cannot infer any kind of ethnicity or race to it. You can't.
They're not.
That's not what we're trying to
But you're
do.
still
That's
you're
what
still
is- that is
comparing
what
it.
is being
No,
implied.
listen. BGP,
That is being
BGP.
implied when you say things like Native Americans are descendants of Asians. That is what's being implied.
But that's okay. Think of it as stops. Okay, then do this. Look, think of it as stops, right? So when you look at the L haplogroup, right? And if I'm an L haplogroup, you do have the subclades, but there's a straight line. So you can't say that I have any like Eurasian or anything in between that. When you look at a Native American or American Indian, whatever, right? If you go the L, what's in between? What's your stops? So only thing they're saying is that next stop is Eurasian, which you do descend from that. You can also say African too. But it's
ancestors. Because
right.
You're not going to be able, like, for example, when it comes to genetic isopoint, because I know it's a kind of tough concept to wrap people's heads around. But when we talk about genetic isopoint, the current genetic isopoint for us goes back 3,500 years for all human beings on this planet, meaning all human beings, like I said, genealogically are related. We are all 30th cousins. We all have the same ancestors. Technically,
BGP,
all of us
what's
are
the stop
descendants of
between?
kings and queens. All of
But
us
BGP.
have, please listen to me and let me finish.
I know, but you're
No,
not
you're not
hearing what I was just
finish,
saying.
please.
Listen, what's
Let
the
me
stop
finish.
between?
Please let me finish.
Go ahead.
So basically, you guys are looking at that this is one linear thing. It's not, because these family trees collapse over time, and all of these things stop at some point. Lines, even genetic lines, stop at some point. They're not all being passed down all the way down. So again, when you're talking about this, what you're doing is you're taking the tiniest snapshot of something, the extremely tiniest snapshot. Because someone's haplogroup may not be indicative of actually who they are. For example, you've got many Native American men here who have who have European haplogroups.
Yeah, but that's because of the transatlantic Holocaust. Of course, you had a disruption in
Right.
that
So you
haplogroup.
had a disruption. So that's
But,
going to automatically change their haplogroup, even though they're
but
Native
that
American.
doesn't, hold on, but time out. That doesn't rule out the founding haplogroups of the natives
What
that
does
came
that
in
have
here.
to do with
Huh?
anything? Those people are not related
Because
to us.
this is why it's important, Brown Girl Pride, because the lineage of the mitochondrial goes back further.
But
That's
it
why.
has nothing to do with
Yes,
any
it
of
does,
us.
because that defines who the people that got over here first. Look, check it, because this is
Do you
crazy.
think like there's only one time point where like everything converges, or do you think that there's not more than one convergence of where we all share a common ancestor? Because we
Look,
genetically share common ancestors with plants if you go back far enough to
let me get this out
1.5
real
billion
quick.
years.
Let me get this
So
out.
like,
Let
what
me
are
get
you
this out.
like?
We've been talking
Where
for
are
a
you
while, Brown
going?
Girl Pride. Let me talk, bro. So look, L3 left out of Africa to split into two groups. This is the mitochondrial line. I've been telling y'all this, okay? So approximately 60 to 80,000 years ago, when L3 went out, it branched out. These are still haplogroups that you can trace back. Now, the founding haplogroups of Americas, one of them is D. This originated in Eurasia about 50,000 years ago before it even got to America. This branched off and it had other subclades. Subclades right here that broke off to D1. That's a Native American haplogroup that eventually got to Americas, but they had to get there from somewhere, and it got from here. Okay, here's another one. M branched off into other haplogroups, C, and also D, and then you got C up here. When this branched off, it branched off and it created C. You have a lot of natives that have the C1D, the C4C. All these are all natives, right? And the C1D. This came from East Asia, though. Their mother came from East Asia. You look at the N branch, right? That branched off into Eurasia. That's why I say 2/3 Eurasian and 1/3 Eurasian. I'm sorry, yeah, right? 1/3 Eurasian, East Asian, right? The N branched off. You have these haplogroups right here, X2. And then you have the A branch. The A right here branched off into A2. A2, X2, D4, D1, C are all subclades from the original haplogroup that came out of Africa that populated Eurasia before it got to the Americas. Okay? These are all of the samples of Asia, Siberia. That's why you guys are related. North America, Central America, and South America. That's how all of you guys are connected. This is how we prove how you guys been here first. Okay? So don't get mad at me when I'm looking at the science. This is your mitochondrial lineage. Everybody that's been posting on their page, right, that's saying that I'm C1, I'm D whatever, all of this stuff originated in Eurasia. And I don't know how you want me to say that. And I'm trying to be as nice as I can about it. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, right? But these are groups that came out of Africa. The L3. Now, I know a lot of black people saying, well, we was over here. No, L2 never left. The people that populated the world was only L3, right? And then they split off. Okay, so this is a East Asian branch that split off. Okay, this don't go away. This is your mitochondrial line that everybody trace back. This is the one identifier that identifies natives. Any native that says they're native, they have to claim these haplogroups.
And where that haplogroup come from?
Huh?
Where the haplogroups come from?
Your mitochondrial line come from your mother's mother, all the way
And
back here.
it traces back to what though?
What you
Asia,
mean?
What
Europe,
country?
and then Africa.
Asia. This is Asia. Whenever this haplogroup
Say that one more
What was Asian
time.
called during
Asia.
that time period?
All right.
We not talking about that.
No, we are
whenever
talking
L3
about that because
let me
that's
finish
actually
real
how
quick.
this works.
Whenever L3
Because
left out,
then you're then
let me-
inferring
let me finish real
race and
quick.
ethnicity onto people that never.
No, I'm not. No, this
Yes,
is just
that's
how the
what-
science works.
No, because Mo said he don't want to talk about what it was called
Right.
back in
Now, let me
20,000
finish, yo.
years ago.
Let me finish because I'm cooking.
Hell's going
Hang on. Let's finish. And look at D. Now, hold up. Let's
And
read
I'm
this
actually
stuff.
even gonna pull
Hold
up.
Time
I'm
out. Let me finish,
gonna
Brown
pull
Girl
up
Pride.
why
Let me
all
finish.
of this stuff is
Let me
problematic.
finish.
This
Let me
right
finish.
here is actually
Let
a
me finish.
better,
Let me
a
finish,
better
yo.
way of.
I'm not done. Just let me finish real quick, please. Now, haplogroup D, right? Out of Africa. Check it now. Haplogroup D came out of Africa because it branched off of L3, right? And M. Bam, you got D. Where the hell did D haplogroup originate from? Let's check it out. Well, haplogroup D around 50,000 years ago, and another group of M individuals broke away in Central Asia, right? And they moved into East Asia. That's shit I've been saying for 2 weeks, and y'all been trying to clown me. She just don't want to be directly tied to Asia. It's okay. Say that shit. Don't get mad at me. Get smart and prove me fucking wrong. All y'all niggas who want to do it. Had all these fucking natives coming at me and shit. Y'all should see how many fucking like messages and weird shit I'm getting by fucking natives. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
The same information we used
Right.
to show that we wasn't here.
Exactly.
And after it proves that they ain't right, now you like, okay, now it's your turn. No, it ain't our turn, nigga. It's just science. That's it.
Yeah.
You can't pick and choose when the fuck you gonna use it. And then try to act like we don't know what the hell we talking about.
Fucking thanks I
And
get.
y'all up here sitting up here in the comments talking about we calling them Asian. We're not. It's their distant ancestor that is Asian.
I'm
Stop
not sugarcoating this shit, goddammit. Your fucking ancestral lineage ties back to fucking East Asia, Central Asia, and Western Asia and Eurasia. Prove me wrong or shut the fuck up. Next. Now, I dare somebody step up here with a fucking haplogroup. I will chase your
They're gonna continue to say we call them Asians no matter how many times we fucking correct their ass. So at this point, I don't even give a fuck if anybody have a disagreement. Y'all next to get in the motherfucking guest box.
Line them up.
But y'all not gonna do it. The
Line
only
'em up.
motherfuckers that show up was Sub Commando Mateo and Brown Girl Pride. The rest of you fucking niggas that got a problem with what we saying are gonna sit in the comment section like y'all always do.
Line them up. I will trace all your fucking haplogroups back to fucking East Asia. Try me the fucking night. I got all the fucking time in the world. Let somebody get up here and say your fucking haplogroups originated in America and all that fucking sugar-coated dumb shit. Try me. I will connect.
Come
I've
get blew up.
already done it.
Can I interject really quickly, guys? So there's nuances to everything, and one nuance that people aren't recognizing is that there are many multitude of connected people that don't agree with what's going on with all this. I cannot believe you have been attacked, Port City, by every anti-Black person that I noted. You have been attacked by all of them. That's why I'm retired from the syndicate or whatever, but that's why you guys see me hopping in, is because all the people I noted, they are coming after Port City. So at the end of the day, the connected people are they agree with this. They want to look into the science. It's not everybody. Some people have an issue, with their personal history. And that's where these arguments are coming from. So I just wanted to say that out loud. And also, Port City, you're doing great, because I asked Brown Girl Pride 2 nights ago. I don't do these debates no more, guys. I asked her, so should we ask the Pretendians about their DNA? And she went on all these multitudes of tangents because she sees all of us as the same. She's if we have this skin color, we all have to, I guess, have the same thought process. But if we cannot make if we can't say to the Pretendians, what does your DNA look like, then we should also be able to say to the Native Americans, what is your guys' DNA history? So if everybody wants to be fake about the fact that science has said that a lot of their genetics come from Asia, Eurasia, all that, then we don't need to be a part of the conversation in total. Because if people can't be factual about it, then we have an issue.
So now y'all
So
report my page now, right? So now y'all don't like what the fuck I'm saying, and y'all gonna report my shit. See, this is how that shit works.
We
Prove
have to
me
be
wrong.
fair. We have to be fair on both sides. So if you're Indigenous American, okay, we can't just say like Indigenous people popped up here. There's no evidence for that. There's a long history about the fact that the reason why the DNA here is so recent is because nobody just popped up here. Everybody migrated here at a certain time. The Indigenous people, it was a long time ago compared to everybody else. So we will always give you guys the respect of being the first people here. But let's be real. We can't ask the Pretendians for their DNA if we can't ask you for your DNA in this conversation. That's the only thing I have to say about it. So if that offends you, then you're not dealing in reality, and I can't fight for you.
Now, I agree with 100% of what you said. Now, but there's something else that could be going on, and this is a possibility. This is just my opinion, right? Maybe she wants to delete the DNA thing and make it seem like it's confusing and there's some racial shit behind it because she saw her haplogroup and she don't like it.
That's possible.
That could be what it is. Because this is like fake teaching. We sat in the same lives and went back and forth and built on each block we were putting down. And all of a sudden, a year and some change later, she don't know what the hell we talking about.
Yeah.
She must have saw something that it got this fire under her ass. And I think it's that damn haplogroup.
She saw that European in her blood, cuz.
And now DNA ain't important no more. We should just it don't matter. I'm gonna stand on this shit, yo. Fuck all that.
Too many connected people. I did my thing a little differently than everybody. I wanted to make, a bridge between everybody. So I know too many connected people that accept their real history. They accept if they have a certain amount of European, just like me. I have 14%. I'm not scared to tell people about that. I didn't get that from recent ancestry. That came from enslavers. So why should I feel bad that they enslaved my people? I don't feel bad about it. So my 14% is from one group of people, and I can say that honestly. You know what I'm saying? If you go into your DNA and you have the colonizer in you, it's okay. You had nothing to do with them being in your bloodline. But don't try to dismiss actual facts with scientific data and make up new stuff. And then if we can make it up with you personally, we can make it up with the Pretendians. The Pretendians were here first. Then this is the issue
that's the danger of playing that game. They end up right.
Mind me up on this joint, Mo, because this my,
Oh, okay.
See, this is who you guys are related to. The C and D haplogroup, the Chukchi of East Asia, shares a lineage with the Native Americans of America. These are receipts, family. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but there's close similarities into the phenotypes of what these guys look like and what the natives do. So stop saying I'm lying, man, because I got receipts after receipt after receipt. I will connect you right back to Asia. I told you don't try me.
Yeah, because y'all don't like that European in your blood.
Thanks 500 for Indigenous Warrior.
We gotta accept every fucking thing that's part of our DNA. But y'all ain't gotta do the same shit. This goes back to what I said. Y'all wanna be the motherfucking bosses and dictate and decide who can talk about what, who can say what. Y'all did all this shit. This is 2024, 2021. Y'all pushing shit in. With all these articles, nobody changed up the scientific racism, the lingo, the terminologies, or how get mad at this nigga Port because he said some shit and you don't like the way he said it. None of that shit was important until he put up some shit that disagreed with you motherfuckers. Now it's a problem. It wasn't a problem when y'all was using it though. But when he using, no, Port, get that shit off the screen. Nigga, y'all don't like the way you said it when you said it.
Say it differently.
Yeah.
I agree, but say it like this. Because there's people out there that's going to take that and use it to make somebody's race. Good. Go tell them not to do it. Why is you over here talking to us about it? You basically backed out of your original claim. And that lady in the video was saying that they originated here, that it's wrong to say that people trace back to Asia, and that when migrations happen, nobody stays. All of the people move out of Africa and they keep moving. They don't leave anybody behind. So it would be impossible for them to find a connection. That's cap. And that's the first 2 minutes of the video, and it's 5 minutes long. She lied like 4 times already.
That lady is anti-black. She proved that to me. I called her ass out. Like when y'all was pushing on that side, I was pushing on the other side. When I seen her face come up in Port City's video, I said, oh, nah, not her. No, she's there's no way she's an anthropologist, scientist, all this shit. And she's saying that people just popped up here. No scientist is saying that. If she has evidence for that, just tell her to send that to my inbox. I will stop what I'm doing at my channel and I will argue this for the rest of the time I'm on TikTok.
I stopped following her last year, a long time ago.
I don't think she's saying they popped up, but she said that they just kept moving and nobody stayed behind. So that's how she knows that the X was it originated in America, and then since it's in Asia, it means that they went back out from America. But I guess she don't know that it originated way before that. A back migration could have happened. I think Sutek showed that, but the X already existed in the Middle East.
This is the article right here that tells you where the X originated. It says that it didn't originate in Americas. It arrived in Americas between 12 and 16,000 years ago. Here's another fucking receipt. And they said it is not exclusive. This is the only haplogroup right here that might not be exclusively of Asian, right? But they're saying the founders were of Caucasian ancestry. So this is giving it more of a Eurasian ancestry. That's the X haplogroup that broke from N. Remember, if you go back to the haplogroup map, 60,000 years ago, whenever L3 left out and branched into N and M, they had X. Right? And this is all in Eurasia, not in America. She's capped, y'all.
Correct me if I'm wrong. They're calling it Mediterranean Europe, right?
For the people in the chat, I don't claim to know the genetics. I say this all the time. I'm not the genetic nigga in the group. I tell people to go to Port, to go to Mo, to go to Rob. I don't know the haplogroups like that.
Yep. Now, Jazz mentioned that the Blackfoot gentleman, right, has the oldest ancestry. Here's more people from that same lineage. Ancient indigenous lineage, Blackfoot Confederacy, goes back 18,000 years to the last ice age. A new DNA study, that's why DNA study is important, of the living historical members of the Blackfoot Confederacy in the U.S. and Canada suggests that they share a lineage from a people from the ice. Right? So when you look at the Chukchi people, these are the people of the ice. So they share the same ancestry of Native Americans. Stop saying I'm lying.
Is that another source you pulled up, brother?
Yeah.
She didn't pull up not one source.
Not a
She played a YouTube video and then she had a chart and she didn't explain it.
Now, if you look at where the Chukchi originated from and where they hang out at in East Asia, over here, Western Asia, I believe, they're over here. They're not in America. These haplogroups did not originate in America. The Laren Bridge theory is not debunked because you guys have ancestral DNA that had subclades that the markers occurred in Beringia. And then you guys people America. No one's arguing about whether or not you guys been here. I'm trying to use this science to prove that you guys been here. I'm showing you the people, the culture, the science, all my shit is connecting, yo. It says nucleotide diversity analysis based on haplogroup A. I said haplogroup A came from East Asia. Didn't I say that shit? It said they sequenced the DNA suggesting that Native Americans and the Chukchi was that photograph that you just saw, originated from a single migration to Beringia. I just showed you a picture of Beringia. Said probably from Central Asia. I just told you all night and for the past 2 fucking weeks that East Asia and Central Asia is where the natives derive from. Their haplogroup.
You said A, B, Q.
It's a suggestion, though.
C,
It's a suggestion, just like a hypothesis or a theory.
Yeah, whatever. I don't want to hear that theory shit. It's not a theory. Singing Bear just got up here and showed his fucking DNA.
What ethnicities were studied?
Whatever, man. Like I said, Singing Bear got up here and showed his DNA. Stop fronting.
I don't care about Singing Bear.
What's your haplogroup? What's your haplogroup?
Indigenous.
What's your haplogroup?
What's your American?
What's your
He's from
haplogroup?
Southern Indigenous.
What is your haplogroup?
He's a brother. That's a relative. But
What is your haplogroup?
He has his own culture and history.
Are you a
I have
native?
my own culture and history.
Are you a
Yes,
native?
I am.
What is
I
your
am.
haplogroup?
What is yours?
Mine is
No, hold on. If you're not gonna talk about your haplogroup,
I'm not
this is
deflecting, brother.
waste of
I'm not
time.
What is
deflecting.
your haplogroup? Next.
Name, pronouns,
Next.
and
That's
haplogroup.
little
What is
kid
your
stuff.
haplogroup?
What is your tribe and ethnicity?
My shit don't got
Who
nothing
are
to do
you?
with this conversation, bro.
So why are you putting out misinformation?
Prove me wrong
of
or shut the
history,
fuck up.
migrations when you don't even know. That's not your race.
Hold
It's not your
on.
ethnicity.
So how is
It's
it
not your race or
misinformation
ethnicity.
on migration?
So why are you talking about?
Come on, bro,
history
stop with
when
that
it's not
shit.
your people?
How is it
When it's not your
misinformation?
people.
Come
If it
on.
don't contain to you, if it don't pertain to you,
Yeah, whatever. You come in the wrong time, bro. Don't come up here interrupting me because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. What's
Okay,
your
we're gonna play this game. If it's not your people that don't pertain to you, why are you talking about it? So why the fuck when he's pretending and say that they the Native American, they're not your people? So why does it pertain to you that they're saying that they're Native American also? If they're not your people, is that because that don't pertain to you? They my people, right? Like I said, y'all motherfuckers think that y'all can insert yourself in everybody's fucking conversation because you want to be the boss. Y'all can talk. Well, I done seen a whole bunch of Native Americans with African this, African American that on their green screen. But when we do it, here y'all come. Why you guys talking about our stuff? You're not in our culture. Then leave our shit alone. It's plain and fucking simple.
hey,
If
let
you
me
don't
ask you
want us
before
talking
you pull
about your
that,
shit,
before
then
you
don't
pull the
talk
race
about our
card,
shit. I ain't seen none of y'all
you know,
motherfuckers checking that
Listen.
Quixote, dude. Every
before
time
you
he
get
go
triggered,
live,
you
he
know,
got
before you get
derogatory
triggered,
shit to say about
Hey,
African
before you get
Americans
Susan.
triggered,
and
you know,
Africans. There ain't
Let's
no
sing and
Native
talk to this
American
fool,
checking
man.
his ass.
Hey,
Let's sing,
hey,
let's,
hey,
let's
brother,
sing and
brother,
talk to that fool.
brother. Let me tell you something, brother. Flying Arrow. Let me say something, brother. With all due respect, Northern natives, Southern natives, we all share one common ancestor, brother. That's what links us together. So wherever your ancestors came from, were my ancestors as well, brother.
Yep.
We cannot, you cannot split this and divide us. That's what you're doing. You're dividing me from you.
He
hey,
only
no
doing
one's
that
doing
because y'all
that. Hey, no
disagree.
one's doing that.
If
I'm
y'all
not gonna
agreed, he'd
have
be
you
calling
speak
you
for
right, brother.
the
He'd be
Lilac
like, right,
Nation, bro.
brother. But now
I'm
since
not
y'all
gonna have you
disagree,
speak
now
for Northern American
Singing Bears are
natives,
distant
natives
relative and
that have
shit.
oral traditions,
This is fucking crazy.
have our own creation stories. You
Brother,
cannot
We
do
don't
it. You
care
don't know
about that.
history
No one's talking
of
about that.
Singing Bear, then that's
with
when you
all love
gotta do
and
your
respect,
research.
brother, with all love and respect, my creation story does not coincide with your creation story. With all respect,
Exactly. So
okay,
stay in your
but we
lane.
need
So
to
stay in your
understand
lane. So
something.
stay
We
in
need to
your lane
understand
and
something,
preach
brother.
your information.
Yeah.
Preach your
Okay,
history
okay.
and educate them on your people.
Yeah.
But don't put
I
that in
understand what
for
you're
all of
saying.
us.
I
Don't put that in
understand
for
what you're
all of
saying.
us.
I do understand what you're saying, and this is why I tell everybody you can look at this two ways: culturally or scientifically. If you're culturally, don't mess with the scientific part. If
Yeah, I
you're
know it hurt.
scientific, if you're into science
Singing
stuff,
Bear,
don't mess with the
Singing
cultural
Bear,
shit.
I
Singing
know it
Bear. I'm
hurts.
gonna interrupt you real quick. I just have one question. Did you say that the scientific stuff doesn't match with the cultural stories of your past? Is that what you just said?
I
I
said,
did.
yeah,
I think you did say that because it's wrong.
listen,
We
let me
do have
respond. Let me
we do have
respond.
science and culture.
Hey,
No,
Brother,
Flying
no,
Arrow, I know it
let
that's
me
my
hurts.
respond.
cousin. That's
Let me
Singing Bear is
respond.
my cousin. So please
Yes,
let me talk to Singing Bear real quick. Is that what you
yes.
just said?
Listen.
So
Listen, sister.
okay,
Let me say
you
something, sister.
just said that.
Let me clear.
No, you did. You said that the creation stories don't match up. Is that what you said? My
Yes.
creation story is much older than yours,
This
and
is not a creation story conversation, bro. No,
Okay,
no, no, no,
does
no.
sister.
match up.
No,
But
It
no.
does match up.
This
let
is
me
just
say something
science,
real quick,
yo.
sister.
Let's just stay on the science,
I'm
yo.
talking to Singing Bear. If
Okay,
I didn't say
okay,
your name, I don't know you, and we're not addressing it. I'm a woman,
but
and
give me
listen,
Okay,
I'm a
that
give me
woman,
woman,
the
that woman
opportunity to
ain't got nothing
respond.
to do with the conversation.
I'm a
We're
Okay,
not
let me
woman.
doing that.
respond.
I'm a
Let
We're
me
woman,
not
and I'm
doing
respond.
that
talking to
right now. Just
Singing
talk.
Bear.
Let me
Did
respond.
you
Let me
say
respond.
that you're?
Let
Wait,
me respond. Let
wait.
me respond.
Yes,
Okay,
please,
we
please.
are talking. We are talking about humanity right here. Okay, humanity, migrations, how people started. Okay, so if I go around and I ask every culture their creation stories, they're not all gonna match up. So the brother right here is you trying to stick with his creation stories. That's perfectly fine. But don't get mad when science comes in and explains with evidence, because at the end of the day, creation
Okay,
stories
cousin.
are just
Thank you.
creation stories. We cannot prove that creation stories are real. Some of them might have some scientific proofs to them, but not all of them. So that's what I'm
Thank
trying to
you.
say. And it
That's
sounds
why
like
I asked you.
it
That's why
sounds
I
like he
asked
doesn't
you.
want to listen. It sounds like some natives do not want to be part of the human family. They want to act like they just sprung out of the dirt themselves and they're a whole different human species than the rest of the world. And it doesn't work that way. We have to realize creation stories are creation stories. There's dozens, millions of those. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's stick to realistic stuff like science. That's what I believe in. And I respect everybody's creation stories. I love everybody's culture. But at the end of the day, I go with science because I love evidence.
Yes, thank you. That's why I asked you specifically because I wanted to know where you stood. But thank you. Yes, you're correct. 100%. Thank you, Singing Bear.
No problem. I love you, sister.
I
Okay,
love you,
Singing Bear, all these last 3 years, you've been fighting against us so-called pretendians, saying that y'all haplogroups come from Asia. Now, Poor City saying the same thing. Now you want to agree. So you've been doing all that fighting for nothing. We've been saying y'all come from Asia.
But
Yes.
y'all was here the whole time either, though.
Listen, the problem was with you is that you were calling us Asians and Siberians, and we're telling you that we're not.
Singing Bear,
Wait a-
Singing Bear. If your ancestors are Asian, what that make you? You're Asian. Period.
We
No,
are a
18
sub.
you're
Okay,
talking about
sister, but you
18
need to
to
understand the
20,000 years
science. You need to
You're
understand that science.
It don't listen. It don't matter if you as a Negro move to Asia
This ain't necessary.
in 20 years, you still
This
gonna be
doesn't
a
make
Negro. It
listen.
don't matter about
Listen,
that.
you don't make sense. You don't make sense.
Discussion about some shit.
Hold on a second, you guys. I'm getting a phone call.
Yeah, this ain't necessary, yo. We all know what's going on, yo. Y'all be trying to weaponize this shit. You know what you're trying to do.
Yes,
Don't be
yes.
trying to weaponize it, yo. I'm not like the difference between me and pretendians and shit. I don't weaponize the shit. I'm just using it to actually prove that you guys been here the whole time and how you guys been here. So I hope you guys don't get it misconfused. Like, make sure you arrows are pointed at the right way. I support you guys being here. I'm proving how you guys been here and your lineages. And this actually debunks any of us saying that we've been here first. Straight up.
I'm sorry, you guys. I had a phone call. My bad.
Good.
Yes, King. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that because people don't understand that what we're talking about, it dismantles the pretendians. I don't know how they got offended with us, but okay, it dismantles them. And so you guys have to keep pushing forward with the information we're sharing with y'all. That's all.
It's not. I'm not trying to weaponize it against you. It's actually to help prove, how you were here. Don't. It's the science. You like, actual. Their shit gonna pop up L2. That's why Chief Natural, shout out to him for sending that receipt. Haplogroup is West African. He got an L2 haplogroup. He ain't gonna show it, but that's how you can knock that out the way. That's what the science do.
You want to brush your teeth tonight?
Nigga like me always miss the good shit.
Nigga, I text you like twice.
Shit, I was at work. I just got to the crib.
You missed it.
I had to work a little bit over today. But yeah.
Hey, give me this clip, Mo.
Renegade got me.
I'm going to go ahead and step down. I just want to say thank you guys, for all that you do. You do amazing work. And I'm going to keep watching from the sideline and just thank you for letting me up.
Appreciate it. For sure.
Peace.
Yeah, man.